Okay. So all of you sit conveniently. I hope I'm audible to all of you. Is it audible? Yeah, okay. Yeah. And also you can see the screen. There is a small 2 or 3 slides I have prepared for the program so that you can also go along with the slides. So it will be easier for you to understand. So all of us, we should sit first in a convenient position. It can be even crossed legs, Padmasana, Vajrasana, any asana of your choice. Any convenient sitting position is fine. Keep your back straight. Whenever you practice any asanas or any kriyas, you have to keep your back straight. Okay. So we'll all start with the small prayer. Inhale, take both the arms over your head. Join at the top. Exhale, bring to center of your heart. Close your eyes. Inhale first. Om. Together. Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityormukshiyamamridad. Together. Om. Inhale, take your hands straight up. Exhale, bring your hands through the sides. So what we did just now is a mantra. Okay, Mrityunjaya mantra. So what is the meaning of mantra? Mantra. So anything that calms the mind is a mantra. If just by chanting Om, if that Om is able to calm your mind, that is also a mantra for you. So anything that calms the mind, that is the meaning of the word mantra, is a mantra. So whatever you, so it doesn't have any religion. So even if it's a person is Christian or a Muslim, anybody, any person who chants anything that is able to calm the person's mind, that is a mantra. So everything is a mantra. So always, and the effect of Om is a, you feel the vibrations of the Om. It's a universal sound. So before going into the practice of Jalaneti, I will first take a little time to all of us will do together. We'll break that Om into 3 parts. It's a mix of A, U, and Ma. Three parts are there for Om. So in either of these parts, the tongue will not touch the upper part of the mouth. You can say, all of you chant along with me. So where is the tongue? Tongue is not at the top, it's at the bottom. Now you say, ooh. Tongue doesn't go up, right? And the third one, it may be touching the teeth, but it doesn't go up. So these are 3 syllables which the tongue is on the bottom. Now, how it works for the upper respiratory system is a beautiful understanding. You can feel for yourself. Now, take your right hand, keep it on the chest. All of you keep it on your chest. And then take an inhalation first and say, so when you do that, you will feel a vibration on the chest, the lower part of the lungs region. Now keep the same hand or the other hand also, keep it on the throat and say, ooh. You can feel vibration is more on the throat region. It is there on all the 3 parts, but it vibrates more on the throat region. And finally, just keep your hands down and say with the closed mouth, Now you can feel the vibrations are on the sinus region, the upper respiratory system. So when we mix these things, A, U, and Ma, when mix all the 3, it actually vibrates the entire upper respiratory system, including the lungs, your throat region, and the nasal region. So just Omkara chanting itself is a very good, has got very good benefits on the respiratory system. That is why the old rishis said, chant om, chant om, chant om. Directly or indirectly, it is actually improving your own respiratory system. And all the infections, most 90% of infections come through the nose or the mouth. They enter into the system through the nose or the mouth, and then they go deep. Most of the, if you look your last year, how many times you fell ill, 90% of the illness will be in the respiratory system, or it started from somewhere there. Let it be wheezing, let it be asthma, allergy, rhinitis, sinusitis. All these things would have got triggered from your respiratory system, many of them. And when we grow old, many of us fall ill due to, when you after 60 years, 70 years, many of us fall ill due to respiratory illnesses. So we have to strengthen our own respiratory system very much. So Omkara is a very good Om, chanting Om maybe 7 times in the morning, 7 times in the evening. That's also a very good start. So don't think that mantra is for religious. No. Mantra is to calm the mind, calm the nerves. To practice any mantra you like. Even a good song is also a mantra. I know there are a lot of singers in our group. So if you listen to a good song, your mind calms down, right? The song that you like, some raga that you like, that is also a mantra for you. So chant the mantra, learn all of them, and try to practice. Now, today's session will take about 30 to 45 minutes is what I expect, depending on the queries and all. So this session is named Jala Niti. I hope all of you can see a small screen in front of you. I hope it's visible to all of you. So it's Jala Niti. Now, so in Hatha Yoga, there are 6 kriyas are there. So rishis have, these are all from books like Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Geranda Sanghita and all. Most of these kriyas are for cleansing our own systems, cleaning our systems. So it starts from the top and goes till the bottom. Okay. So I'm talking about those 6 kriyas which are there. It is there on your screen. It's very simple. The first kriya is Trataka kriya. Trataka is for the eyes. So it is we are not going to discuss any of them. We are talking only about Jalaneti today. So first, starting from the top, it comes to the eyes. So focusing the eyes on a candle, focusing on a bindu or any point and concentrating on that point. That is in Trataka kriya. That's for the eyes. Now the second kriya comes a little down, comes to the nasal and the upper respiratory part, nose, ear, and eyes. So that is what is that we are going to talk about today. Jala Neti. So Jala means water, Neti means cleansing. In Sanskrit means cleansing. So water cleansing. That is the literal meaning of Jala Neti. Now the third kriya is for the lungs and your brain. That is Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati, many classes they use it as a pranayama, but actually Kapalabhati is a kriya. Kapala means kal, bhati means shine. So it improves the glow of our own thoughts. It improves the lungs functions. So Kapalabhati is a third kriya. So it came down from your eyes, nose, ears, throat, and then it came to the lungs. So we finished that. Now the visceral part, visceral including upper abdomen, middle abdomen, lower abdomen. So these 3 parts, the yogis, they divided into 3. So the upper abdomen is having 1 kriya, the center part is having another kriya, and the last part is having the third kriya. The upper digestive tract is by dhauti. So it is called dhauti. In many different types of dhauti are there. So in dhauti, what they do is they drink saline water or sometimes plain water also, and they try to they drink about 2 to 3 liters of water, and the entire water is taken out from the mouth, just like we vomit. So that is the way to clean the upper digestive system, like the stomach and all. So that is called dhauti. In dhauti also there are 2-3 different types. One is Jala dhauti, second is Vastra dhauti. Vastra means cloth. So these are all advanced kriyas. So they take a long piece of cloth and then swallow that cloth slowly into the stomach, and they pull it out. That's called Vastradhoti. So that is for upper digestive system. The middle digestive system is what we do in all our yoga classes. You remember Agnisara Kriya. I hope all of us, most of us do Agnisara Kriya. So, and Nauli Kriya, churning the stomach. So that is for the middle part of your abdomen. And for the lower part of the abdomen is called Basti. Vasti or Basti. In some places they call it Vasti. In Kerala and all, we call it Vasti. And other places they call it Basti. So Basti is a way by, just like a kind of enema, no? We do enema in hospitals, right? So before a surgery or something, they remove the lower, so the water is allowed to enter through the anus into the lower digestive system, and it is removed from the system. So, and there is also Shitlikarna is there for. So all these are the Shat Kriyas in Hatha Yoga. All are the cleansing techniques. We are not going to touch upon any of the other ones. We will be talking about only Jalaneti, and because it is now widely being practiced across the world, not only our country, across the world, lot of people are practicing this every day, because the people have now started realizing that this is very beneficial. Actually, if you go through Google and just search Jalaneti and its effects on viral shedding. Now, you know what is viral shedding is? A person who is having a viral infection, he sheds the virus through the sneezing or while talking. So there was a study done in some, I don't know the country, but it is there in Google. It's authentic study. They have done a lot of surveys, and they found out people practicing Jalaneti, the extent of their transmission of their virus to the other person is very less. It has comparatively reduced if those people are practicing Jalaneti. Also, there are some studies where the infection levels have come down. If you see recently in WhatsApp, there was a video, I think it was done in Dinanath Mangeshkar Hospital in Mumbai, where all the doctors, all the health workers are practicing Jalaneti every day, morning and evening, twice a day. And they are all finding it very, very beneficial to minimize or reduce. There is no what you call hard and fast rule that nobody can get infected. These are all to boost your immunity. So all these techniques can boost our own immunity in this current scenario. So it is a very, very simple practice. In a person, maybe even 4 years, above the age of 5 years, small children, they will become fearful to do that. So, but I have taught even children of the age 4 years, 5 years also. They practice in our children class. In front of me, they practice. So even small children can slowly start practicing. Nothing will happen to them. It is just like putting them for swimming class. When they swim, definitely the water goes into their nose and mouth. The same thing happens here. Nothing. There is very, very less contraindications for this, which I will come to. When should you not do this? Who should not do this? That I will tell you. Okay. So that is to brief about Jalaneti. Now I will go to the specifics. When I go to the specific, I have to sit a little side. Yeah. So it's a nasal irrigation. So what we are going to do is a nasal irrigation. It's one of the Shat Kriyas. It purifies the internal nasal cavities, and it has got direct or indirect effects on various systems, the visceral systems. Now, I will come to the practicing points later on. Now, I will talk about some of the benefits of this and what are the contraindications, who should avoid, or what are the precautions while doing this. Now, when it's essentially a nasal cavity cleaning technique. So the entire nostrils, all the sinus pockets, the frontal sinus, top sinus, all the sinus pockets will get clean when we do this practice. So the effect, and this water also enters slightly into the ear eustachian tubules, slightly. It may little enter. So it is nothing to worry. So it will also cleanse the ear, inside the ear a little. And also it's good for the vision. So so ear, nose and throat, ENT, we speak, all these areas become clean while doing this. So I'll come to those effects of Jalaneti. Now this is the first slide I've got. So it cleans your sinus pockets. It cleans your eustachian tubes. So it has got effect on sinusitis, rhinitis and allergy. Now, if you see it, from my own personal experience and my daughter's also experience, I'll talk to you. Now see, I have got a deviated nasal septum. So my nose is not in the inside, it's a little deviated. It is bending to one side. So where it is, the curve is there, inside that sinus gets infected for me. So and then because the bacteria virus finds very easy to stay there. So that is the problem that I used to face. Now gradually I have not got cured out of it, but the incidences of these sinus attacks have drastically reduced. Earlier it used to happen say once in 2 months. Now it's maybe once in a year. It may come, but the effect of the number of days it lasts, it has reduced drastically. So that is how it helped me for sinusitis problem. Now rhinitis, no, most of the children, lot of children in today's world, even like Bangalore and many of the cities, due to the dust pollution and the change in climates, the nasal tract becomes constricted because it responds, no, it tried to squeeze, narrow down the upper respiratory system. So when we do Jalaneti, this practice desensitizes the nasal tract. So every day when you're doing this, the response it makes to unwanted triggers will reduce. So it has got reduction in allergic tendencies of the body. It's the personal experience from my own daughter. She used to sneeze like anything, and slowly when she's practicing almost every day, the occurrence of this reduced. Can anybody mute? Who is there? Okay, muted. So rhinitis, then sinusitis, allergic rhinitis, all this, the symptoms, such symptomatic problems will reduce. Other effects are like migraine, because it cleans this area. Some of the upper lobes of sinus and all, it becomes clean, and there is free and nice air passage through the nasal tract. So the occurrences of migraine also will reduce. Then, so that is on the respiratory system. Talking about a little more is, as I said, it reduces migraine. And there are some people who have got snoring problems, sleep apnea. So this tendency also slowly it reduces when you do Jalaneti. Then, as I said, the autoimmune disorders. Allergy is an autoimmune disorder. Asthma is an autoimmune disorder, because the airway is unnecessarily responding to some trigger. There is no need. What the airway thinks, when we breathe some pollen of a flower, the lungs, the body thinks, oh, this is something coming to attack me, so it constricts the lungs, and that's how the wheezing comes, and that's how the asthma starts. Asthma and all is an autoimmune disorder. So those autoimmune disorders are comparatively reduced when we do Jalaneti. So many different benefits are for this, and it's a very simple practice. So that is the beauty. Now let me come to the hints and cautions. Now, first thing that I want to tell you is, first thing that we should start this practice when you are very well. We should not start the practice when you are having cold, cough and all. It is not that you should not do this practice when you have cough and cold, but you should start this when you are well. Have you seen anybody planting a tree in summer? You will not do it, because the atmosphere is not conducive for that plant to grow. Correct? So you don't start this when you have a cold or cough. When you are fit and fine, that time you start this, and continue this even if you have cold and cough. Okay, don't stop. There is no need to stop when you have got cold and cough. First thing. Now, second thing is, morning time is always better. When you wake up, everybody takes bath at least once a day. Now, so in the morning, just before taking bath, maybe after brushing or something, do this Jalaneti and then go to take bath. Because while taking bath, anyway, your nose will become blown and all the things will get removed. Whatever water is inside the nose, all of them will get removed. So right time is the morning. Now, perform this, as I said, continuously do this. Don't stop. The frequency can be once in a week, twice in a week, thrice in a week, every day, 2 times also, no problem. To start with, maybe you can try, because in the current scenario, you can practice it daily. Nothing will happen to you. So you can practice it every day. If you find it tough, you can do it alternate days, or maybe weekends. At least start somewhere. Okay, so do it at frequent intervals. Now, children above the age of 5 to 6 can start practicing. Why? Because below the age, they feel tensed up. Something is going into my nose, and they'll start crying and all. Even if you force them, no, if they are very small children, they'll become frightened. Or how can I do this? So please don't force them. If they like, they can do, no problem. Some children, even if they are 4 years, they are, I'll do, still start doing. So it is very, if they are able to do, no problem, nothing will happen to them. Okay. Then pregnant women avoid. I'll tell you why. And if you why means, when you in pregnant women, see, when you, after the practice is over, you blow the nose. Both the sides we blow the nose. So there is some effort we are putting to blow the nose out. That time I don't want it.
Why?
Yeah, please mute your mic. So that time, what you should not apply excess force on the abdomen and all. So it is better to avoid, pregnant women. So don't do it at the time of pregnancy. So after this thing you can do, no problem. Immediately after delivery also you can do, nothing wrong in that. Because when you blow the nose, there will be little pressure on the abdominal region. That should not cause any problems. That's why avoiding pregnant women. Now, then BP patients also. If you have got very high BP, you can, the same, when you blow the nose, don't put too much of force, so that it doesn't increase your blood pressure and all. So these are the two conditions where it is contraindicatory. Then some people have got nasal bleeding. If there is a bleeding from the nose, don't practice Jalaneti. This is very important. So because what will happen, that bleeding point will become more worse and the bleeding may increase. So avoid Jalaneti when there is a bleed from your nasal tracts. Okay, these are the important things. Then now I'll come to what all the things you need. So you need a neti pot. So this is a neti pot, which you get in Amazon and everywhere you get it. It hardly costs around 30 to 50 rupees. That's all. It's a plastic pot. And some of our students, like Kishore, he has made his own pot. He has taken a bottle and he has put a small, plastic tube, and it inserts into the nose. He's able to do it. So this is the first thing you need, a neti pot. So please listen to me carefully. So that's the first thing. Because if you pour from a glass and all, it will not go inside. It will come out only. Because there is no proper entry into the nose. Then second is drinking water. Don't use tap water, because tap water has got lot of salts, especially many of the places it is borewell water. It has got so many contaminants. We don't know what all things are there. So whatever water you're drinking, that drinking water, this is a 1 liter bottle. Okay, I'm going to simplify things for you. This is a 1 liter bottle. I've collected drinking water from my RO. Then you will need a sieve. I hope you see, what we make tea and all. After tea, we sieve the tea, a simple one like this. This we will need it. That's the third item. Then we need a bartan, a vessel for heating the water. Now I'm using a induction here because I don't have a stove here. So if you have a stove, you can use a stove. Okay, I mean a gas stove or anything. Then, now the fourth thing is salt. Now salt, there are 3 different choices. So in olden days, they used to use that crystal salt is there, that old, when we were small children, our parents used to put that salt. That is non-iodized. That is the best one actually. Then second best is Sendha Namak. In a little pink color comes. I don't know. People from Punjab and all will know, I think. Sendha Namak they call it, I think. So that little pink color, I think it's called, that's called Sendha Namak. That is another choice. Now these are all not compulsory. Now third one is whatever available at your home, your cooking salt. This is what I've taken. Now these are the 3 salts you can take. Now any of these is fine. Whatever is available, all of these are fine for as the salt. Ye ho gaya. Now you will need another bottle where I am going to, after heating this, I'll pour into this to remove the impurities, and then I'll pour it back. Okay, this is another vessel. And you need a teaspoon. A teaspoon is required. Teaspoon is a very small spoon. You can see this. See, it's not a big spoon. Okay, it's a small spoon. So there's a teaspoon is required. Okay. Now you need a towel. Towel to blow the nose, to clean the nose after the practice. Okay, and wipe it. Okay. Now you can use your own wash basin. Now here I don't have a wash basin, so I use a bucket here. Okay, these are the only things I am using, and electric power supply to heat this induction cooker, induction top. Okay, so if you have a gas, you don't need any of these things, or any stove is fine. Now I'm going to the actual practice, and after this, you can also do along with me. Okay, I mean, I can also guide you, and you can just try. Nothing will go wrong. Don't worry. There is no side effect for this. It's a very simple practice. So these are the things that you require. Now, this practice can be done in sitting or standing position. Both the positions are fine. Okay, sitting or standing position. So before doing this, because the nasal, when you wake up in the morning, there is chance that your nose is little stuffy. So we have to do a few rounds of Kapalabhati before this. If you don't want to do, like people having some problems of BP or thing, you can avoid it also, no problem. Mild Kapalabhati, about 30 rounds is enough. Then now some of the important points in this, that is when you do Jalaneti, your head has to tilt. So it has to tilt and become horizontal to the ground, parallel to the ground. Okay, you cannot do Jalaneti upwards. When you pour the water, if you pour like this, the water will go into your stomach only. You'll start coughing up. So in Jalaneti, what happens is the water from this pot goes into the nose, the one nose, and goes out through the other nose. It doesn't come into the mouth. Okay. Please understand that the water starts going in through one nose and comes out through the other nose. So it goes into the sinus pockets, all places, and some घुमा फिरा के सब आके वापस यहाँ से निकल जाएगा. तो ये पूरा एक पॉट यहाँ से पूरा खत्म करके इस तरफ से निकालना चाहिए. एक साइड हो गया. Then you have to blow it out. Then take the pot, fill the pot with the other side, for the other side, and keeping the head horizontal. It has to be blown empty through the first nose. Okay, this is the process of practicing. Now there is very, very important point. One important point you should never forget. Breathing in this practice is through the mouth. You should not breathe through the nose. This is the most important point. If you breathe through the nose, it is having water. What will happen? The water will go into your lungs or stomach. It will go into food pipe, or it can go to the stomach. Nothing will happen. You'll start coughing. That's all. Just like when you swim, when you breathe, if you breathe within the water, what will happen? The water will go into your lungs and you'll start coughing. Okay. So that is the most important point, is please breathe through the mouth. Underline that. In yoga, we say don't breathe through the mouth in asana practice. Here I'm telling you, ulta. Please breathe through the mouth. Very important. Then start from the lighter side. Both the nose will not be the same most of the time. If you see, sometimes it may be equal, but some days one will be little closed, other will be little open. So where should you start? You have to start from the light, wherever it is free. That if imagine my left nose is free today and right nose is blocked. So where should I start? I have to start from the left. Why? Because there is something here. Let it go out. No. If you start from here, what will happen? It will go from here, sit on the other nose. Simple logic, no, common sense. If there is a blockage on the right, don't start from the right. Start from the left. Okay, so that whatever blockage is there on the right, it will go down. It will not go into the other nose. Clear? I hope I'm clear in explaining that. Okay.
Yes, sir, clear.
Yeah. After the practice, you have to blow the nose. I'll show you that. Both the sides. You have to fully clean out the nose. Don't allow the water to stay in the nostrils. Then, after the practice, just wipe your nose, face and all with the towel. And then, after the practicing, maybe an hour or two, when you bend down for taking something, the water may come out. Okay, so don't worry, nothing will happen to you. It is quite natural that there is some leakage after the practice is over. So these are all the things that I had to explain before going into this. Now I'm going to demonstrate. Comes to the real game. So I'll demonstrate first, and then all of us will do it. Whoever is having a pot will do it. Whoever is not having a pot can observe whatever is happening. Or you can even disconnect, no problem. Once you pick, but out of the people attending today, at least I want 10, 20, 30% people to start practicing at home. So that is the measure of my success. How effective was my program is, I want to see if you start practicing. Otherwise, there is no effect. Theory ke liye koi fayda nahi. Pattabhi Jois says 99% practice, 1% is theory. Well, otherwise, no use. Whatever knowledge I have, if I cannot spread that knowledge to other people, There is no use of my knowledge. What is the use of knowledge? You keep along with me only? No, I have to share. Then you will share with me. Then I will become more knowledgeable. Then I will share, you will share. I will share, you will share. So keep sharing, and just book knowledge, no use. You may know Jalneti. I know a lot of people, everything they know about Jalneti. You ask them to do? No. When did you practice last? एक महीना पहले practice किया. क्यों? Because they are not practicing. The reason is they are not doing it because there is no will to do that. You have to practice. I'm practicing for last more than 10 years. Whenever I started my Vyasa, that time I started practicing. That time I used to do twice a day. Then after that I reduced. Now I'm doing only once a day, only in the morning. So practice, practice, practice. I know many children in my class, they were frightened at the beginning. And they all, I know the name of the people also, they all started practicing. I don't know if they're continuing it now or not. So I'm going to get ready now. So this is a 1 liter bottle. And this one, see, these are all practical things you will not get anywhere. Whatever you're listening today is from my personal experience.
Sir, can you make your video big?
Yeah?
Can you make your video big?
Oh, which that
yourself in the center, and so that we can see you better.
Okay, what I will do now, I will continue that this one PowerPoint. That's not required now.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Now I'll make it big. Now you can see me. Is it big now?
Yes, sir.
What about Prashant?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is big.
Yes, sir. I'm trying. I have to do something here. Yes. This is okay.
Okay, very good. Now, good. Thank you, Prashant, for that suggestion. Like, I'm not able to see the other side. So, as I said, I hope you can see the things. I'll lower the camera a little.
We can see you, sir.
Yeah. Now, what I'm going to do, these are all practical things, okay? Now, this is 1 liter bottle. This pot is 150 ml, approximately 150 ml. So, for one knows how much I need, 150. Other knows how much, 150 ml. So, total how much I need? Tanmay, how much ml I need? 150 equal to 150, kitna? Tanmay is dreaming. You not add it also, I think. So, 300 ml is required. And this is 1000 ml. Now, what I will do, I will take half of this. So, 500 ml I am taking. 500 ml I will put it into the vessel. Now, why I need 500 ml, I'll tell you. After finishing both the sides, there will be some water remaining. What I will do, I'll take the water, little gargle and throw it out. So what happens? Your nose is clear and your throat is also clear. So when you do Jalaneti, always do a little throat gargle also. So whatever is there in your nasal tract and till the throat, all of them will become clear. Throat gargles, very, very good. All doctors, when you get some throat pain, what they will tell? Cold and cough, they'll ask you to gargle. So whenever you do Jalaneti, add throat gargle along with that. Simple things. So I will take 500 ml from this. Okay, I hope you can see me. Whatever I'm doing, please watch. So I finished. I have taken 500 ml from this, approximately. So there is a ratio for the salt. Okay, I will tell you why salt is required. It's an isotonic solution, what we are going to make. Now, if you don't use salt, your nose will start paining. It will start burning. You will get a burning sensation if you don't use salt. Try doing that. It is from my experience. So it is better you have to use salt. And salt has got other capabilities like killing the bacteria virus inside your nose. It's a good effect on this bacteria and virus. So put salt. So what did I do? I put 500 ml of water. Now I'm going to put salt. For 500 ml of water, half a teaspoon. So I took half a teaspoon, you can see, half only, it's not full. I put half a teaspoon of salt into the water. Okay. 500 ml, half a teaspoon. If you are using full 1 liter, 1 teaspoon. 500 half. So I mixed it. The salt has become mixed inside the water. Half the job is done. Now I have to start heating this. So I'll switch on the this one microwave. Sorry, this induction stove. Now what I'm doing, my hand is clean. I have washed my hand. So I'm just checking the temperature of the water. So I'm just mixing and just checking. And it should become lukewarm. Lukewarm. It should not become too warm, should not become too cold also. So it is becoming hotter now. If you are doing along with me, you can do that, or you bring hot water from your kitchen. Little warm water. Now it is becoming hotter. If the water is cold, your nose will burn. If the water is too hot, it will burn. It has to be right temperature. Same way, if the salt is more, the nose will burn. If the salt is less, then also the nose will burn. Both it will happen. It is becoming hotter, little. It's a little warmer than the body, little warmer than body. Then you have to stop. Now it is hot. Over. Now it is little warmer than my body temperature. Just that is enough. Now see, these days the salt is, now if you see the salt, this is a cooking salt which I bought from this shop. Now there are some particles in this. It's very difficult to get salt without any particles. Sometimes it will have some contaminants. So what I do, I don't want to put these small particles into the nose. So what I do, I clean this water through a small sieve. If the water is already clean, no problem, you don't have to sieve it. Otherwise, you just sieve it. So my solution is ready. Now this water is what I'm going to use now. So have lukewarm water with isotonic solution, where the salt is just like your dal or something. In dal, how much salt will have? Similar solution is ready. Now I'm going to the real game. So I keep the bucket, pick up the water. I'm going to fill the full water into one pot. So almost 150 ml is complete, over. Now remaining is about 300 to 350 ml is there. Now look, now what did I tell you in the beginning? What should you do? Start breathing through the mouth, but don't pant, don't do like this. Don't do that. That is wrong. Normal slow breathing, Yunus. Slow breathing is enough. Don't be tensed up. Nothing will happen to you. Okay. Now I'm ready. Now I should not breathe from the mouth. That's from the nose. I have to breathe from the mouth. I tilt my head, bring it almost parallel to the floor so that the water drains out. Now look at, I'm going to insert this on one side. Before that, I take an inhale. Now I'm going to start. One side is over. I'll come a little more closer so that you can watch the water flowing. So I did not do Kapalabhati. Normally I don't do it. If you want to do Kapalabhati before this, you can do it. But no, I don't want to go into the techniques of that. That's why I avoided it.
Sir, the entire time.
Now I'm going to do the other side. After that,
Sir, the entire time.
Huh?
The entire time you were just breathing in, or you were like out as
in and out, continuously in and out, in and out. Now what's the other side? I'm starting the other nose now. I'm coming a little closer. So I take an inhale. I blew the nose, then wipe with the towel. Now that much is over. So I finished both the sides. And then I have a little water left out. So I have to gargle it. Put it in the mouth and spit it out. So this completes the process of Jalaneti. Now, as I said, it's a simple. If you want me to show it again, anybody having doubt, I'll show it again. I've got sufficient water. Everything is there with me. So both the sides you have to complete. Don't do only one side. Start from the lighter side. After the practice, blow the nose out. Empty the entire water into the wherever basin or bucket, and ensure that water doesn't remain inside the sinus or anywhere. Now,
I have a doubt.
Those who are with they can start practicing, or you want to ask questions. First, you do practice. Any doubts you find, you ask me. I will clarify that.
Sure, sir. Let us practice first now. Just a second, sir.
Yeah.
So just check the position of my head. Is it accurate?
Yeah, tilt a little. Yeah, good. Open your mouth and start tilting the bottle. Don't push it too much into the nose. Some water will overflow, no problem. Let it overflow. But some part of the water will go through the nose. That is enough. Let the other part get overflown, no problem. Yeah, it's coming out. It's coming out. Yes, that's it. It's coming out from the other side. That's all. That's the simple thing you have to do. Yes, your mouth should be open. You can tilt your mouth to one side so that the nose is tight and there is not much of gap between them. That's it. Tanu, you got it right. Blow it into the bucket. Blow it. Don't be shy. Blow it out. The masala will come. Don't worry. Okay, now. So who else is practicing? Please come one by one. Good. Any doubts you can ask. No problem. Anytime you can.
So relaxed after doing it. Feeling so relaxed. Yeah. So relaxed. Thank you. I'll try from the other side now.
Yeah, definitely.
Continue. Sure.
Yeah. Anybody else who is practicing, please, if you unmute your mic, then I can see you.
Yeah, I am also doing Bhaskar.
Yeah, good, Bhaskar. Go on. Go ahead.
Mine was perfect.
Yeah, it was perfect. Tanu was there. Yeah, I can see Tanu also doing it now. Yeah.
Mine was very good, sir.
Yeah, good, Lynette. Beautiful.
In my case, I'm not able to. It's not coming out.
It's not coming out. Is there a blockage in the nose?
Yeah, I have blocked in my nose.
Start from the other nose. Start from the other nose then.
Yeah, I tried from the other nose. So it's just going, water is going inside and getting stuck, not coming out.
Don't push it too much. Don't push the spout too much into the nose. Yes, Bhaskar, you're almost getting it there. Little overflow was there, but it was going, half of it was going through the nose, I think.
Yeah. I think I have to practice more.
Yeah. Try it from the other side. Try it from the other side now.
Yeah, my water is over. I tried both sides.
Okay. Yeah, yes.
That water is coming from throat, sir.
From throat. Now let it come little, no problem. But some of the water should come from your nose. At least some part of it.
Yeah, came.
Then it's no problem.
I did it.
Who is that?
Bharti.
Bharti, yeah, I can see you now.
I did it one side, other side I have to do.
Now do it now. Do it now. Let me see how I will do it. Open the mouth. Open the mouth.
I did.
Slowly. Yeah, good. That's it. That's it. Yeah, tilt it fully. Yeah, let it get emptied. After doing that, yes. Yeah, let it. Now blow it. Blow the nose. Your nose.
Done.
Yeah, blow both the sides. Don't be shy. Fully throw it out.
Can you see me?
Yeah, now I can see you, Pallavi. Yes. Start. Yeah, start.
Coming my mouth.
Let it come from the other nose. Little. Yes. I can see some part is coming from the nose. Keep breathing through the mouth. Keep breathing through the mouth. Yeah. See, now I can see it properly coming out. Let all the whatever there is inside the nose, let it come out. Everybody's nose, there will be some masala. Don't worry. All are human beings, no? Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Don't stop. Beautiful. That's nice way to do it, Pallavi. Good. Let it empty. Fully let it empty. Keep breathing. See how it's flowing now. It's very clean and it's flowing now. Yeah. You're doing better than me. Yeah, good. Now blow the nose. Yes, yes, Swati, come, start, Swati. All those who want to show me, please start doing it. So I'll also know whether you're doing it. Tilt your neck a little more. Swati, little more, tilt your head. No, your head has to come down a little. Now it entered your throat. It's okay.
Sir, I want to say something.
Yeah, Tarun.
Sir, while doing the practice, I was looking at the tip of my nose.
Yeah.
That really helped me concentrating because my family members were around. So I did not become conscious because I was looking at the tip of my nose.
So today I learned something from you. So that's a good thing. So I also learned. So it's good. That's a new technique that I will add into my system. So if you look at the nose, the practice will become more refined. See, my knowledge increased. I'm happy today. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for sharing that knowledge. All others also, please, you can try doing that. It will help, definitely. Anybody else who wants to show me and practice? Otherwise, you practice on your own, no problem. Any doubts, please ask me. I'm available. I'm here only. Another 15-20 minutes. As much as you want, I'm here.
Sir,
Yes. Yes, Sushmita, start.
Yeah, I'm just checking the water. It's little warm, so I'm just putting it into lukewarm. Just
Very good, no problem.
Sir, what to do if
बहुत ज्यादा भरा है
coming out?
एक में दो बार करना
Who's that? Sushmita, start.
little scared.
No problem. It's like that only in the beginning. Don't worry, nothing will happen. What will happen? You'll cough, that's all. There's nothing else going to happen. Start opening your mouth and start breathing from the mouth now. You're too conscious. Open the mouth. First start breathing from the mouth. Don't keep it too cold. Then your nose will burn. Okay. Don't keep it too hot also. Tilt your head. Mouth open. Start breathing. Little. Don't push it too much. Don't pain your nose. It should not pain the nose. Okay. Is it coming from the other nose? Akash, please check her. Akash.
Yes, sir. It's coming. It's coming from the other nose.
Okay, good.
Sir, I also tried. it. It worked for me well.
Yeah, it's good.
I suffer from sleep apnea, sir. I do it every day.
Yeah. Try to practice every day. Good, Sushmita. Keep tilting. Don't allow it to overflow too much. Little overflow is fine, but let it not go totally outside your nose. Let it flow. It's a simple practice, ma. Very, very simple. Nothing, no rocket science here. Don't block it by pushing it too much inside. If it's draining from the other side, even a small thread, that's also fine.
Yes. It is coming from other side.
Very good.
Drop by drop.
No problem. Let it come drop by drop. Sometimes the inside it will be some polyps will be there. Some people. So that will also become improved with this. Yeah, blow it out. Blow the nose now. Both the sides blow it out. Use a towel if you want.
Yeah, so I'm going to try one more time.
Yes. Start, Bhaskar. Try the other side now if you want. Yeah. Now tilt your head a little more. Yeah, so that the other nose comes down. Start breathing through the mouth. Yeah, keep tilting. Yes, I can see a small thread coming. Some of the part is overflowing, no problem. Yeah, at least some part is coming from the nose. Yeah, it's okay. Let it overflow. Some of it came, some of it went through the overflow. Okay. Yeah. I can see. Some masala is coming. Let it come out. Let it blow out. Little, irritation will be there in the nose, but after some time it will be okay. Blow it out. Fully blow your nose out. Use the towel fully. Yeah, good. You want to do the other side? Go ahead. Other side. Yeah. Tilt your head. Don't keep the spout outside the nose. Let the spout be inside the nose. Not too much, not too much far also. Tilt your head a little more down. No, don't take your nose up. Keep your nose a little down. With experience, you will get that right angle. So just keep doing, no problem. Yeah. Yeah. Now you can see some part is coming out. You saw that? Yes, see, some part is coming out through the nose. Some part is overflowing, no problem. Yes. Yeah, maybe at least 30-50% of water came out through the other nose. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, blow the nose, blow it out, blow it out, blow it out. Anybody else who wants to demonstrate in front of me, you can start. You can talk, then I think you will appears.
Water is not coming out at all for what
Raghava.
to do.
For you or Raghava?
Raghav.
Where is he? Show me. Raghava, show once. It's blocked in the nose.
His nose is... try. There is already water.
Yeah.
He used to do in my class actually.
Yeah, now it is blocked, I think. Do. Bend properly.
Let the camera tilt, Prashant. Don't push it too much, Raghava. Don't push it too much. See, small. He's a boy. He's also doing. Yeah. Keep it inside, but don't push too much. If you push too much, it will get blocked.
So what is coming out of this?
Of the first nose only, it is coming out.
Yeah.
Try the other nose. Did you try the other side? Try the other side now.
Bend properly.
Tilt your head. Wait. Keep it there. Don't pour it. Keep it there. Tilt the pot, but don't pour it. Don't pour it. Keep it there. Wait for some time. Let the water trickle into the nose slowly. It will trickle inside. It will find its own passage and it will come out from the other nose. Little time you wait there.
Breathe through your nose. Be calm.
Be relaxed. Keep breathing through the mouth. Tilt the spout a little more. Tilt the bottle a little more. Wait for a while.
Don't press. Coming.
Now it's coming slowly.
Slowly.
Yeah,
Yes,
it will come like that only. Wait. Don't remove it. Because it is finding its own passage through the nose. There will be some place. It will come out from that. Tilt it. Tilt your bottle.
Breathe calmly through your mouth. Look at your nose.
Look, you see. Keep it there. It's all again blocked, I think. A little give it space so that it doesn't close its own mouth.
Yeah, air bubble.
No problem. Whatever is coming, let it come. So, but keep doing like that. Gradually, it will open up. So it's okay. There will be some blockage in his nose. Maybe a little allergic tendencies there. But if you do daily, within 1 week, it will start coming out properly. Okay, Raghava. Every day you practice.
We can continue.
Yes. No harm. Every day you do it once. Every day. Then after 1 week, automatically it will start coming out. Okay. Yeah. Anybody else?
So you can check mine, sir.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Kishore, come. Speak so that I think your video comes only when you speak. Where is Kishore? I cannot see you, Kishore. Now I can see. Wait. Blow it out. It came out. No, little it came out. Correct.
It came, sir, completely.
Yeah, very good. Anybody else who wants to demonstrate?
So, can I show?
No, sir.
Yeah, please come. Who's that?
Roshan.
Yeah, where is your picture? Roshan.
Can I take your leave, please?
Yes, definitely. Who's that?
Anu here, sir.
Yeah, definitely. You can carry on. Disconnect. No problem.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. All the best. Bye. Take care.
Sir, this is Sushmita.
Yeah, come.
Sir, first time I was actually conscious. I did not concentrate on the nose, tip of my nose, as Tanu said. But then after that, I tried again. Twice I did on both the nostrils. So it actually helps if you concentrate on the nose tip. So the way Tanu said, it actually helps, I guess. It helped for me.
Fantastic. Good.
So that was good one. Yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Good.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, now Roshan try. Yes. Tilt the bottle. You're keeping the bottle low. You have to take it up. Take the bottle up. Roshan. Bottle. Your left hand has to go up. Gravity has to come. You're not pouring it. You have to take the bottle up. Is it coming out? You have to camera a little down, otherwise I cannot see you. Yeah, now start again. Yeah. You're not tilting the bottle much. That's the problem. The bottle has to go up. Head will remain. Let the bottle go up. So the water gravity will come.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye. Yeah. Keep tilting, keep tilting. Hold it there for some time. I think some part is coming out. I'm not sure. Is it overflowing? I think you took a breath through the nose. That's when you start a little coughing. It comes into the mouth.
The water is going to my throat. Some reason I can feel it going to the throat, so I'm just stopping it there.
Is it not coming a little also from the other nose?
It is coming very little. I have a blocked nose, probably that is the reason. So when I'm doing it from one side, it's not going at all. From this side, at least it is little bit. It is coming fast. I can know that. But the problem is, it's, at the moment, I don't know why it is going through the throat. I can feel it here, the water, like almost reaching there.
No, some part will go to the throat, no problem. But if you tilt it properly and keep the head a little down like this, no, then it will not go to the throat. It will go through the other nose only. Yeah, give an angle for the nose towards the bottom. Don't keep your mouth lower than the nose. Yeah. Yeah, I can see some part is coming out from the other nose now. Yeah. If your mouth is lower than the nose, then it will go to the mouth.
And this breathing through the mouth has to be very
slow. Keep it very slow.
Or what if you don't breathe through the mouth for some time?
Don't hold your breath. Then you will feel like finishing it fast. Yeah. Keep breathing. You have to keep breathing.
Okay. Try that, sir. Okay.
Okay. Anybody else? Please come.
Sir, is it okay if you alternate 1, 2, 1, 2 like that?
I didn't get you. Like means
if you do once on the left nostril, do the right, then come back to the left. Is it okay?
Yes, you can do multiple times, no problem, until you get it properly. But once in a day, enough. Both the sides once is enough when you're practicing regularly. Yeah, start from the other side. Yeah. Is there anybody else who wants to demonstrate so that I can also check what you're doing is right or wrong, or if I can help you some way or the other?
Sir, is there any correction needed for my mother? You must have seen it.
Yeah, Divya.
Yes.
Yeah. No, is it coming out properly from the other nostril?
It was coming out, but it was overflowing from the same nostril.
Okay. That is okay. Let it overflow because it's not a sealed this thing. No, so there will be some overflow. But as long as some part of it is coming from the other nose, it's fine. Gradually, it will improve when you are practicing every time. So let her practice continuously. Nothing you can do really also, no problem. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye. Is there anyone else? Any questions or any difficulties you face, or you learn something new? Please share with the group so that others also get benefit out of it. So after the practice is over, there is nothing that you should lie down in Shavasana and all. It's not required like that. If you have time, you can lie down in Shavasana. Otherwise, you can also proceed with your daily activities. There is no requirement of doing anything. That after the practice, maybe 15-20 minutes, there may be some water dripping from the nose. That's all fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, somebody was speaking. Who is that?
Sir, can I ask you a question? Mine is Jalniti.
Yes. Now we are going to that session now. Yeah.
Oh, we are? Okay, I'll wait then.
Once this is over, we'll go to the other interaction. We have got another 45 minutes. Only 1 hour is over. So we can do some practice.
I'm going to play. 5 o'clock over. 6 o'clock is it Monday?
Is anybody else practicing now? Let me see who are the people available. Anil Kumar, Anita, Anju, Bharat, did you do it? Then Prashant, Jayasurian, did you do it?
Sir, I did, sir, already.
Already did? Any queries? Sampath Kumar, any queries? Bharat?
That blocked of ragas, no, that's the only problem we had. Otherwise, everything else was smooth.
Okay, fine. Jose, Padmavati, Pallavi, already done. Priyanka, Rahul Sharma, Ravi is the, I saw him, Ravi.
No, sir, I did not do it. I don't have the pot in my nose is actually very blocked. So.
Okay. Priyanka, right? Yeah. It's okay if you get one. It's available in, I think, Amazon and all.
Yeah,
they are delivering also currently. Roshan, I did. Rikhil, Samta, Shilin, Sushmita. These are the people available now. Others have, I think, disconnected. Any of you have any queries regarding Jalaniti, you can ask. Or you want to share something that you learned or experienced, please share.
No, but I have practiced it now on my own, sir.
Good.
And it was okay. Yeah. Like when you were saying that if it is too hot or too cold, it will burn. Or if it is too salty or not too salty, also it will burn the nasal cavity.
Yeah.
So one thing which I realized is our nasal cavity also has some kind of salinity in it already. If we match it with that,
yes,
if it's the same, if we are not eroding the salts or adding salts to it, then you are fine.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that is what is the why the correct amount of salt is correct.
Yeah.
Compared to our own body salinity, that's salinity as well.
Correct. Yeah.
So I think that's a good point that she shared. So ensure that whatever salt you put is appropriate for you, and whatever salinity is there inside the nose, try to match that with the solution that you're making. So it will not burn. So it will not, because it will match with your own body. So because some people put too much, that varies. Some people put 1/4, half. It varies from people to people. It's okay. So as she shared, it's a good point. So try to match the salinity with your own body salinity. So it will not burn. Good point, Samantha.
Sir, actually today I don't have pot. I have ordered that. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow I'm getting. So then after I will practice.
Yeah, who is that?
Anju.
Okay. So you will get it and start practicing. Okay. In case you face any difficulty, please you can share in WhatsApp or something. So whatever I know, I'll tell you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Anju. Thank you. Bye.
So for this allergic problem, is this very useful, this thing?
Yeah, who is this? Rahul? Huh?
Jayasuriyan, sir.
See, allergic problem, it is very good. I have seen. My own personal experience, my own family experience, I am telling you. So please practice. It is very good. It reduces those tendencies of the allergy.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
It reduces that unnecessary response of it will not get cured and all. See, this is all a supportive medication. Thing. When you are in acute sinusitis, don't depend on only this. Medications may be necessary. I'm not saying that this is going to cure your problems, but definitely this will improve our own system. It will be one step better than where you were. Definitely it will.
Okay, sir. I'll practice this. Thank you.
Please practice it. If not possible daily, at least once in 2 days, alternate days, or we can start doing it somewhere or the other. Gradually, let it become a part of your system. It is not going to harm you. It is going to benefit you only. Okay, start practicing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, namaste.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Sir, namaste. This is Ravi here.
Yes, Ravi. Yes. Good evening.
Yeah, just now I did, sir. I completed through both the nose.
Yeah.
So, actually, I was when I was coming 6 months back, I heard this one, but I thought it is very difficult. But as you explain and the procedure you explain and the simple you put the things, like I thought like I will try. Today I tried, I was good. It's successful. But I felt little light-headed on the right side, sir.
Okay. But I'm happy that you tried, and so this is what I want. No, if it's success, then I'm happy that you could do it properly. And so please, now you can, good that you shared your point. So others, those who are no reluctant to do it, there were some people there may be some people who are reluctant to do it because that fear is there in the mind. So like Ravi explained, so take it from him. It's a very simple practice. It was only a mind block in his case. He just thought, "Arey yaar, this is a difficult thing. It's a tough thing." It is not like Sutra Neti and all. Sutra Neti, that's a catheter. I don't want to show it here. So that also I'm practicing for several years. For me, it's very simple. But the moment I show you, you will get frightened. So I don't want to show it in this class. Otherwise, I do it every day. That is more, it's another technique. So please don't have a mind block, what Ravi explained. Just do it. You will feel after 1 or 2 attempts, you are also in the game. You are also able to do it.
And one more thing, sir.
Yeah.
Like I have been following all your videos. Like it is very helpful for me. Like the way you approach and the way you show the asanas, how to keep the hands, palms, legs. Yeah. It's very like we think that yoga or that pose, it is very hard or it is very difficult to go on. But the way you teach or you say the poses, we think after doing, oh, it's very easy.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for the feedback. So I am also getting positive input from you. So I'm happy to get such feedback. Thanks for sharing your feedback with me.
Thank you, sir.
Well, successful. Thank you. It happened.
Oh, good, Roshan. I'm happy that you were able to do it.
So one request.
No, my success lies if you are practicing regularly. Otherwise, I'm not happy. All people who practice today, I want you to practice at least twice or thrice a week. At least alternate days you start practicing. Then I'm happy. Otherwise, I'm not happy. Okay.
Yeah, one request.
Yeah.
Can you also demonstrate that digestive system cleansing, at least the upper digestive system with water?
Yeah.
Can you maybe when to do, what to do, how to do?
Yeah, we will plan this. We will plan this for one more session. We will plan a session.
Yeah.
It's called Vamana Dauti. So we have to drink the water about at least 1 to 2 liters, and then we have to take it out through the mouth. It's good for
just a theoretical class also will be enough. It's not demonstrated.
It is actually good for all this upper digestive problem, like this gas, acidity, all that is very, very effective. Only thing is you have to avoid heavy food after that practice. You should not, such limitations are not there for Jalaneti. For Dauti, you have got such limitations are there. You should have only very light khichdi and all after that. So such specifications are there. So we will plan for a class for that also. Sometime.
Sir,
hello, sir.
Here.
Yes, hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please speak. Who's that?
Hello, sir. Lakshman here. Sorry, Bharat, for so I have joined for the session for the first time. It is really very impressive, sir. Thank you so very much for.
Can you open your video, Lakshman? Can you open your video? I think your video is on mute. I mean,
yeah, just a minute. Can you see me now?
Now I can see you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir. The session was very nice, and this is the first time I'm attending your session. Do you also conduct these classes very regularly?
We do online yoga classes. I mean, Hatha yoga classes and all are running. Online classes are running. Everyday classes are there.
So how do I join?
If you send me a WhatsApp message, I think your number is there in our system now. So I'll send you a private message with all the details, how you want to enroll and all. I can send it to you. You can take some time. I'll send you all the details.
Okay, so I'll wait for your message. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Did you practice today? Did you practice?
No, sir. I received the invite in the last minute, so I was not having all the kit and all. So I'll practice it for the course of. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Who else? Anybody else wants to share anything? Otherwise, or want to demonstrate?
Sir, once I get Niti Pot, I will make a video and I'll share that with you.
Yeah, fine, Priyanka. No issues. Sorry.
Sir, you have after this you are saying that we have to gargle and.
Yeah. So whatever water is remaining, no, just gargle your throat.
Okay.
Just spit it out.
Okay.
Because little water may be remaining after finishing both the sides. So it will be, a full respiratory system will be clean after you do it.
But, do you recommend doing this practice early in the morning or while you are having your bath, or
just before bath is enough. Just before bath.
Just before bath. Okay.
Yeah, because see, once you clean the nose, anyway you're going to take a shower. That time, whatever, when you clean your body, your nose also will become clean.
Okay.
You blow the nose, all these things will happen.
Okay.
So just do it before bathing if that's enough.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Roshan. Bye bye. Take care. Bye bye, Samta. We'll continue with the regular this one session.
Sir, one more doubt, sir.
Yeah, Ravi.
Yeah, like will this improve the eyesight?
Yes, it is good for the eyes and ears also. Nose, eyes, ears, all the three improves. Even the lacrimal gland is there, no? The tear gland. It's good for that also. Good for the eyes, vision also it improves.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, actually, I don't have that Neti pot, so I have ordered it. It will come after 10 days.
Yeah, then after that, I want you to one day you show me how you're doing it, okay? You're very good, so you're able to do it very easily. All the asanas you're doing very well. You're showing good interest also. So I like that. So please continue that interest and get the pot, start practicing, and you can send me a short video after you do it so that I will and share it in the group also, okay? So when you're looking at boys like you, other children also will start doing it. So whatever you are achieving, please share in the group, okay? All people. It is nothing to show our own capability.
Sir, like without wall support also, like I'm almost able to do Shirshasana.
Ah, perfect.
Like,
I saw your mother was able to hold you there. And then now you're doing it at your own balance, I think.
Yes, sir. Like from yesterday, like I'm able to do it a little bit.
Very
without
good.
wall support.
So all those achievements, please share with the other in the group, okay? So the other children also will get motivated to do like that. That is the benefit of sharing whatever you could achieve. Share it with people. It doesn't show that I am boasting myself. Not like that. Just share. Okay. Very good.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, Bharat here.
Yes, Bharat.
Sir, that Vamana Dauti, last year when I completed my certification, right? So from that month onwards, I'm daily practicing monthly once.
Very good.
In the early morning, when I wake up, like after brush, I'm just drinking 5 glasses of water with lukewarm water, salt water. So at least now I get an increase, like I can able to drink complete with 5 glasses of water, and the flow of water also is getting more now.
Oh,
so each and every month I'm practicing now. So it is giving some good results in the stomach and the abdomen regions.
So what I suggest, then I think you are you should host the next program. Vamana Dauti, I think since you are doing it regularly, so if you can just like that to prepare 2 or 3 slides and take a session for all the members, it will be very helpful, Bharat. If you can plan accordingly, is it possible, Bharat?
Sure. I will prepare my slides and everything, and I will let you know when I am ready, so that I will take the session on that.
Thank you. So we will do it definitely. Some other class at your own chosen time, no problem. Okay, please, we will do that.
Sure.
Thank you. Anybody else is there? Is that all? Any other questions? Otherwise, we will go to the regular. We'll have got another half an hour. That's all. But whatever queries are there, we will We'll go through that.
Sir, Bharat here. I have one doubt in Vaman Dauti.
Yeah.
Because my wife has did a spleen surgery in 2013 or 6 years back. So when she fall from the bike, the spleen has been removed.
Okay.
So for her, is it recommendable to do the Vaman Dauti or?
Is there any, internal stitches inside?
Outside only, no insertion, but complete spleen was removed. Nothing was there in almost 6 years was done, almost 7 years.
6 years means I don't think there is any. See what you do it once along with you.
Okay.
So in front of you, let her do it once. And then after doing it once, wait for about a week. Say about 5 to 7 days, you wait. And see, generally nothing will happen. So just observe, is there any discomfort? Nothing will go wrong. See, it is just like vomiting only, no? So I'm just cautious about it. So let her do it in front of you. Once let her do it. Then watch for 2-3 days. If there is any pain or anything, then we'll revisit. We can make it either stop it or something. I don't think any problem will happen because more than 5-6 years, all the things would have got healed, everything. There is no other side effect like that. You can just do it once and wait for 2-3 days. Observe if there is any pain or any discomfort. Then if required, if there is no difficulty, definitely you can continue. No problem.
Yeah. Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so I think we have closed, you completed the session by now.
So this is Rahul. Can we have some more demo sessions for mild yoga?
Mild yoga, okay.
Yeah, because a lot of people are, they wanted to, my known people, they wanted to, join the mild yoga.
Okay, you're talking about that late evening batch, that 8:15 batch, is it?
Right.
Okay, yeah. So we can, request them so they can join maybe next week or something. No?
Sure.
Queries, just put it to me, so I'll answer all those queries. I'll prepare accordingly and I'll share with you during the other training session.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rahul. Padmavati is there? Any queries, Padmavati? Shilin and I think all other people have spoken. Shilin,
I just booked the Jalneti pot, so I'll be trying it in a couple of days once I get it.
No problem.
Yeah, this is the first time. Namaste, sir.
Namaste, Padmavati.
Yeah, this is the first time I have seen this, sir.
Okay.
I too will order the pot and I'll try to do it, surely.
Yeah. So once you do it, please share a small video.
Sure, sir.
Your practice.
Yeah, sure.
So, thanks, Padmavati.
Yes.
So then now we'll go to the this. Any other queries regarding other classes or yogasanas, anything like that? You want to ask any questions? We can reply. Otherwise.
Can you share something around the sleeping postures? What posture should we prefer sleeping in?
See, the sleeping posture. See, there are two. So when you lie down, lying towards the either lying flat on the back or lying towards the left side, turning to the left side and sleeping. So many of the people, they get those snoring when they lie flat. So never lie down, lie on the stomach. Don't lie down on the stomach. So that's not good while you're sleeping. Either you lie flat on the back with your head maybe a little raised. Don't use a tall pillow. It will only create problems of the neck. The small, pillow is fine. If at all you want to, small pillow is okay. Then either lying flat with a small pillow or lying turned to the left, where the heart is on the lower side. These are the two poses which are good while sleeping poses. You
and
had
can be a bit bend like we do before before ending the session. Like we bend our legs also a little.
The cuddling position. Yeah, that is fine. You can do a little bending the knee and keeping the pillow on the left side. That is fine. Right side is not recommended generally. See, some people, logic behind that is the heart, when it is on the left side, the body weight helps to press the upper part, helps to press the heart when it's pumping. So that's why one reason they say it's better to lie on the left side or lying flat on the back. These are the two positions. You can keep the knee slightly bent. It's fine.
Okay, and there are 2-3 things, sir. Some people say that your knee should be, both the knees should be overlapping each other. Some people say that it should not be overlapping.
No, I don't think it should be overlapping. While lying flat, don't cross your legs like that. It should be.
They are on the side. So our knees would be like overlapping each other, right?
Yeah, yes.
Tagged. Okay.
Yeah. Just keep heart on the bottom side. That's all. Don't sleep on the other side. Sushmita had some question. Is she available or she's disconnected?
Sir, I have to ask something.
Yeah, Anshuman, yes.
Sorry, sir, my question was for Supta Vajrasan.
Okay.
So during Supta Vajrasan, the first step, I'm able to do it and come on the way you ask us to do. But then when it comes to the second or third, I'm able to go that way. But then while coming, my ankle twists. I'm not able to get up the way you say. I have to just scatter my feet and then.
Yeah, so you don't go to that step. So you stop at that first or second step because these are the little tricky asanas. Because while coming back, you should not sprain your back. So be careful because in that hurry to reach your back fully to the back side, you may injure. So I don't want injuries. You can stop at your elbow. You are able to keep the elbow. Are you able to keep the elbow, Sushmita?
Yeah, sorry, sir. I was talking on mute. Until elbow, I'm able to do it. Yes.
Beyond that, no, just put your head backwards and just stay there. Beyond that, don't go beyond that. You may not be able to reach the ground on the floor. That's fine. Just putting your elbow behind, just stay there. It's okay if you want to spread your knees a little. Try to keep it.
I was coming to that, and the spreading of knees just goes inevitable. Howsoever I want, I feel at times if I tie my knee, is that okay? Suggested or no?
What will happen? Because then how would I know that some people use belts to do that? But what will happen is the pain may shift to the back. So that what it means is that the lower back, that L3, L4, L5, all that region, is not arching. That is the reason why your knee is going away or lifting up.
Yeah, right.
The reason for that problem is generally the lower back is not flexible. So let it take time when you keep on lying there, because after a month or two again this asana will come. Another back bending asana is also we are doing. So let your back take its time to come instead of putting too much of force. Like if you have a belt, you can put it, but I don't want you to hurt your back while doing that. So let the body remain in its own pace. Don't have to force it too much. No, don't worry. Just whatever possible you do like that. And once you feel gradually that is coming, it will improve. Don't worry. Just keep doing.
At times I wonder why I'm able to go, while going I'm able to go till the third level also. But then while coming back is the problem. I don't know why. I struggle a lot and then my ankle pains.
And you will be turning to one side and coming out. Right?
Yes, that's what I do. Because I'm not able to come vertically. I have to like dismantle my leg there itself, ankle there, and then I have to come back.
I know another student. She also used to come out like that when she was in the studio. About I think 6 months back, she used to practice at the studio. So she was coming out like you only. But now surprisingly, I find her coming out in the right direction.
It's with practice.
With time only it changed her. I never asked her to, so automatically she is now coming out again. She comes in the evening sessions, 5:45 batch.
Okay.
That studio she used to struggle, I remember 6 months back. Now she's able to come. So don't worry, with time it will come, don't worry. You don't have to go too much back. Gradually when you reach there, you'll feel like slowly you're able to go a little more deeper, you'll feel like doing it. Gradually you will increase the depth. And then after some time you will be able to come back on your own. Don't worry about it. You're on the right track, don't worry.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, it is very difficult to come out from that position, Supta Vajrasana.
You're finding it very difficult.
Yes, sir.
So the reason I'll tell you, as I said, कहाँ पे दर्द होते हैं आपको? Thigh में, ankle में, कहाँ पे? Back में.
Sir, in the stomach area, when we come out, means I'm not getting how to come out, sir, in that position.
Ankle को पकड़ रहा है कि नहीं पकड़ रहा है?
Sir, in Supta Vajrasana, I'm saying.
वज्रासन में जब ऊपर आते हो तो हाथ पहले नीचे आएगा, हाथ पैर पे पकड़ने के बाद वो पकड़ पे ऊपर आना चाहिए.
Okay, sir. I'm not holding ankle actually.
You have to catch the ankle. I did not do the loosening, so I will do a few rounds of Surya Namaskara so that I'm loose. Then I'll show you how to come out. So without loosening, I should not do the asanas. That's why. See, now if I start showing you, I can show you now, but I'm not protecting myself.
Yes.
So I should first protect myself. Then only I should protect you. So I'll do a little loosening. So I'm a little bit.
Sir, in Surya Namaskara also, where we have to see in its position.
Yeah. What is the time now?
5:27.
So I'm doing a little loosening. So that's fist rotation. Quickly, I'll do about 4 to 5 minutes. So that is chest opening. Now twisting the body. So this will come, I think, in the next month. So this loosening practice. Neck rotation. You can see neck rotation. I'm trying to touch the ears. I hope you can see me. Ears on the shoulder. See? And don't do chin rotation like this. This is chin rotation. You have to do neck rotation. You have to tilt the head. पीछे जाएगा, side में आएगा, नीचे आएगा ऐसा. So that is neck rotation. Now, little Pratham thigh. Now 5 times squats. ankle rotation. Knee strengthening, knee lengthening.
So while do ankle rotation, how do you breathe?
All the 360 degree.
No, sir, I'm asking about breathing.
Normal breathing.
Okay.
इसमें कोई breathing का नहीं. Inhale, exhale, fold back. Pulling the thigh. Inhale, stretching in front. Hold a little time. Normal breath. Exhale. Last loosening. Cross leg touching. Then cross touching.
So when I'm doing this, I'm looking on the ceiling. That's also fine.
That's also fine. You can look up also like that. Like that. Then come on. Walk a little inside. 2 steps and jump. So that's how you. Now, Anju, when you bending the back, Surya Namaskara, your knees are slightly bending. So try not to do that.
I'm not able to bend properly, sir.
So पहला 2 राउंड में चलेगा. धीरे धीरे करके वो जो नी का बेंड है उसको कमर पे लेकर आना चाहिए. ओम मित्राय नमः. ओम रवये नमः. तो अभी आप जब बेंड कर रहे हो तो ऐसा हो रहा था, मतलब यहाँ से जब जाते हो तो थोड़ा सा आप ऐसे कर रहे हैं.
यस सर. एक्चुअली सर वो बेंड पीछे नहीं हो पाता.
तो वो इसको मत कीजिए, जितना होता है ये भी चलेगा मुझे.
Okay.
देखो मैंने नी बेंड नहीं किया, कमर को बेंड किया थोड़ा सा, ये भी चलेगा. तो धीरे धीरे चलते 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 उसको नीचे. तो जब ये करोगे तो आपका बैक बेंड नहीं होगा.
यस सर.
रुक जाएगा. So try not to bend your knees. Try to bring your back. So try to push the hip forward, taking the arm backward like that. तब वो lower back में bend आएगा. And your spine will back bend.
Yes sir.
होता जितना होता है. जब तक आप दर्द हो रहा है, if it's paining, no problem. Do whatever you can do. So this is one correction. Then you had drishti का question था.
Yes sir.
You are asking drishti. So in this position, drishti is on the nose. It is on the nose here. So now when I inhale, stretch back. Initially यहाँ पे drishti नाक पे रहता है. तो last जब जाएगा, तो पीछे की दीवार पे दृष्टि, बैक साइड देखना चाहिए।
Yes, sir.
फिर नीचे आने का टाइम में दृष्टि यहाँ पे हो गया, चेंज हो गया। देखो लोअर बैक से बेंड होना चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं आना चाहिए। Don't come like this. From here, keep the hip backward and try to bring the body like that. Looking नासाग्र दृष्टि, नाक पे दृष्टि। जितना नीचे उतना अच्छा है। So your body has to come closer to the ground, not closer to the leg. नीचे
जब हम पूरी तरह से नीचे जाएंगे तब हमें नोज पे देखना है।
नोज पे देखना है।
Okay.
यहाँ तक नोज पे है। अभी इनहेल, लेफ्ट लेग बैक, अभी नाक पे है, अभी यहाँ पहुंच गया तो यहाँ पे बिंदी पे नजर आ गया, ऊपर बिंदी या आईब्रो पे सांस लेते हुए। फिर सांस पकड़ते हुए ये पैर नीचे जाएगा, तब नाक पे गया, फिर वापस नाक पे गया। अभी नीचे जाने का टाइम नाक पे, अभी वापस आने का टाइम आईब्रो पे। इधर आ गया तो आईब्रो पे, वहां पहुंचने तक नाक पे रहेगा। अभी यहां से जब स्टार्ट हो गया वापस नाक पे, ऑन द वे। यहां पहुंचने के बाद नेवल पे, इधर आप पहुंचने के बाद नेवल पे। नाउ व्हाइल कमिंग फॉरवर्ड, लुकिंग एट द नोज एंड लुक एट द आईब्रो। जब मूवमेंट है वो टाइम पे नाक पे, यहां आ गया तो आईब्रो पे। फिर एक्सेल चालू हो गया, ये पैर हिलने का चालू हो गया, वापस नाक पे चला गया। फिर सांस लेने का टाइम नाक पे, पीछे की दीवार, एक्सेल नाक पे। ऐसा है दृष्टि।
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
चेंज होते रहता है वो, आप ऐसा कंटिन्यूअसली प्रैक्टिस करोगे तब आएगा, ऑटोमेटिक आएगा।
यस।
नहीं तो मतलब मुश्किल हो, मतलब you will feel it is difficult. You're not able to do it properly. That feeling will come. But you practice it like that. After 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, automatically it will come. Now, Supta Vajrasana. देखो chest उठ गया. That breathing should be, with the throat control. Now, exhale. यहीं पे इनहेल होगा, देन एक्सहेल। यहां तक आ पा रहा है शायद, यहां तक पहुंच गया तो भी चलेगा। अगर ये इजी हो, यहां तक चलेगा तो भी इनहेल करके हाथ ऐसा रखेगा। अगर आपको ये इजी लग रहा है तो शोल्डर आना चाहिए ऐसा। अभी जो है यहाँ पे गैप है, देखो यहाँ पे गैप दिखाई दे रहा है आपको। ये लोअर बैक में लंबर रीजन, उसको उठा दिया। कैसे उठ गया? ये पैर नीचे, बटस के नीचे पैर है, तो यहाँ फिर सांस छोड़ते हुए हाथ नीचे आएगा। फिर एंकल को पकड़िएगा, थोड़ा सा उठा के भी पकड़ेगा चलेगा, थोड़ा सा नी उठेगा चलेगा, लेकिन एंकल को पकड़ के एल्बो में प्रेशर लाना चाहिए, थोड़ा सा टिल्ट करके वापस आना है।
ओके।
तो यहाँ है तो इजी है, यहाँ से तो इजी है, बस हाथ रख के आ गए। वो when you are coming back, little knee lift up, no problem. When you are coming back, that is to get a little momentum. That is okay, you can do like that, no problem.
Or sir, in halasana, when we move fully back side, then we have to keep it together, or we have to keep it means away from each other.
That's two different asanas actually. दोनों अलग-अलग आसन है। मतलब एक सूत्र कोणासन है, एक हलासन है। अभी 2 सांस हो गया, अभी नीचे जा रहा हूँ। देखो मैं इंप्रूव करते जा रहा हूँ। अभी ये हलासन है, यहाँ पे तो पैर साथ में रहता है, ऐसा गैप में नहीं, नी स्ट्रेट रहेगा, पैर सीधा रहेगा, साथ में रहेगा। तो बैक पकड़ने के बाद सांस लेते हुए दोनों पैर को खोल दीजिए, ये सुप्त कोणासन है, ऐसे दृष्टि नाक पे। यहाँ पे आप टो को पकड़ कर पकड़ना है। Sorry. तो वो स्टेप्स है इसमें, तो आपने समझ गया आपको?
Yes, sir.
हलासन में leg will be straight, knee will
Yes,
be.
sir. Actually, I was getting confused while doing. I thought it will come in Halasana only.
आपको सांस सुनाई दे रहा था? मेरा सांस सुनाई दे रहा था?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's the thing you have to do.
Sir, when I was doing Shishasana yesterday, how back was my body going? Because I don't get to know whether I've come to a stage from where the leg can be raised or not.
Okay, no, you fell down to the back yesterday, no?
Yeah, on the 3rd attempt.
Okay, okay. First 2 attempts you were balancing actually, right?
Yeah, I was able to.
No, so why you went to that side is because your body went, I mean, the hip went to that side. So
yeah,
don't allow the hip to go to the back. Your
so
leg can go back, no problem.
When we are moving our leg towards our hip, right, our first half of our body becomes standing on the floor, right?
Yeah.
How much back should we go? How do you analyze that?
See, that technique is all, no, see, देखो मैं कितना भी theory बोलेगा वो धीरे-धीरे आना चाहिए आपको.
Okay, okay.
So don't take the hip backward. You can take the leg back, but don't take the hip. So from here, see, this is all. This is all Shirshasana is over. Now I should not take the hip back. I can take the leg back. See, the hip did not go. I took the leg back, see, I am not falling. Because I am able to balance. The moment I take the hip back, I will fall. Because that's the center point, no? So I can take the leg back. And then straighten it.
Yeah, I think for like a couple of seconds, I was able to lift both my legs.
Yeah. It's all technique. See, whatever theory I tell you, your body is different. Each person's body is different. So you have to find out your own, where is that weight getting lost to the other side. You should know. So you have to stop there. Beyond that, don't take it.
Okay, sir.
If you fall, don't fall like that. What you have to fall in Chakrasana position. From here, if you fall, keep the hip forward. You're keeping the hip forward. Slowly put your. Even if you fall, try to fall like this. Yeah, I felt it. But I did not take the hip backward.
Okay.
Got it? So bend the back and fall.
Okay.
If you know how to fall like that, then your fear of Shirshasana is gone. No more fear. Even if I fall, nothing is going to happen to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Fear in mind. So learn to fall. No problem in falling, but don't fall on the back. Don't allow the hip to go that side.
Okay,
you
sir.
can allow the leg to go that side. No problem.
Another in Parivarta Janu Shirshasana, when we are like looking towards the sky, right?
Yeah.
My the leg which is still bent, it starts to come up from the ground. I mean, I am not able to anyways put it on the ground, but it starts to lift up.
That is because
we bend one leg, right? This one.
I'll tell you one technique to do that. When you bend the leg, remove this calf muscle out.
Okay.
Remove this calf muscle out. Keep it like. But careful, don't hurt the knee. Okay.
Yeah.
You need to be flexible. So when you do this, the thigh may not lift up. It will start rolling forward. See, it rolls. Calf is out. So so don't. Maybe you can keep the calf out. Like
Okay.
Try to do like that. And bring the shoulder this way so that you will get that pivoting point.
Okay. Yeah. This pivot point I'm able to get. I'm not able to put my shoulder, but my elbow is there.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Nice. Thanks for joining full time, Priyanka. Nice of you.
Thank you, sir.